अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते रोमपादस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। Before we start episode 2, which during breakfast I was bombarded with questions. So many people with doubts. So many people saying, how can Ramachandra say like that? What is the secret? Some people were angry, some were crying. Someone even told me that they're angry at me for being the bearer of bad news. I'm just reading, but it was very sweet. It seemed like the devotees were moved by Valmiki's writing, by the loving exchange. For now, loving exchange between Sita and Rama. And that is what it is meant to do. It is meant to move our hearts. We'll begin with a meditation. As I came in here and we noticed that it's warm, hot. Earlier in the day it was cool. So we'll start with a meditation on Sita Devi and her affection for Hanuman and Hanuman's affection for her. After all, he is Duta, the messenger. She is the worshipable personality. Up until meeting her, he always proclaimed himself as Ramaduta. I am the messenger of Ramachandra. But after having met her and seeing and experiencing what love she carries for Ramachandra, he began to proclaim himself as Ramadasa. Dasoham Kosalendrasya Ramasya Aklishta Karmana. That was his proclamation as he's standing on the gate of Lanka and beating up, trashing every Rakshasa one after the other. He would proclaim himself as, I am the servant of Ramachandra. I'm the servant. So when Hanuman's tail was put on fire, our Hanumanji said, well, you put my tail on fire, I'm going to put your entire house on fire. He went around and burned the entire Lanka down, and every part of Lanka was aflame. At that time, Hanuman suddenly thinks, oh, Sita is also there in Ashokavana. In my very quick and unthinking way, have I burnt her? Have I burnt her? And then he noticed something, that the entire Lanka is burning, his tail is burning, but he's not burning. So he thinks, definitely this is Sri Ramachandra's grace upon me and Sita Devi's blessings. Otherwise it's not possible. And parallelly, Sita there, who's seeing Lanka burning, she prays to Agni Deva that if my chastity to Sri Ramachandra is pristine, and if my heart has not moved a micron from him, Shito Bhava Hanumata, let all of that go to make sure that Hanuman is cool. Shito Bhava Hanumata. She used all of it for the protection of Sri Hanuman. So it's hot here. Earlier I was going to ask if you want to move forward. Then I realized the fan is not accessible. Since it is Agni Pariksha place, all of us will also be hot, and I didn't. We're already upset with me, I believe, some of us. Okay, so this chapter, the previous chapter ended with Tataha Priyarha Shravana Tad Apriyam Priyad Upashrutya Chirasya Manini. That Sita Devi, who only heard loving words, today is right now is hearing apriyam, very harsh words. Chirasya, for a very long time, Manini, Mumocha Bashpam Rudati Tada. She was shedding torrents of tears for a very long time, and her entire body was shaking. That's how we understand it, because Valmiki says, Brusham Gajendra Hastabhi Hata Eva. Like a mighty elephant walks into a garden and just carelessly stampedes or stamps on a vallari, a creeper. So that was our cliffhanger. Now, our Sita Devi is not a weakling. Valmiki has told her Manini. There is a sense of pride or anger, not pride the way when Prahlad was younger, any conversation would say some conversation of, oh, we're very proud. His immediate question was, good pride or bad pride? Like Manini, she has this. Now, we know that Sri Krishna has followers on the right wing who are very obedient and don't talk back. And then there are the left wing personalities who will not keep quiet. They will say something back. They will even chastise him, reprimand him. In this case, Sita Devi plays both roles. In most cases, she's right-winged, and when required, she's on the left wing. Vama Swabhava, it is said. So this is the left-wing version of Sita Devi. So Valmiki tells us, Eva muktva tu vaidehi parusham roma harshanam raghavena sa roshena shrutva pravyathita bhavat. Pravyatita, she became completely afflicted, very greatly afflicted in such a way that her hair was standing on end. She was horripilating because she has never heard something like this from him. This is the first time. They've been married for so many years. They've had the most wonderful time in Chitrakuta and in the forest. Never once, not even once. And right now he's speaking like that. Raghavena sa roshena, with anger. So then Sita, Valmiki is painting the picture that this is the first time she has heard something like this from him. Sa tada ashruta purvam. She has never previously heard from Rama. And then not only is he speaking so harshly that is shattering her heart, Jane Mahati Maithilim, in the middle of such a large crowd of strangers. I mean, she knows Hanuman. She's heard of Sugriva and Vibhishana. But all the other Vanaras and Rakshasas are complete strangers. So it's like a public humiliation for her. Shrutva bhartur avadho ghoram lajjayan with avanata bhavet. She became so shy. She was shattered with shame, and her body just shriveled into itself, as though pierced by a arrow. Those words of Ramachandra, she shrank. As soon as the arrow hits the heart, the body shrinks. So her body shrank. That daughter of Janaka shed profuse tears. Now next verse starts with Tato. Tato bhashpa pariklinna. Pariklinna, wet, soaked. Her entire face was wet and soaked in tears. Pramarjati. She started wiping her tears away. Swamananam, from her own face. Usually, if Sita ever shed a tear, Rama would be the first to wipe those tears. He's standing right there. So, Swananam, she is wiping her own tears. Shaner gadgadaya vacha, slowly, in a very faltering voice, Bhartaram iva abravit. And this is what she spoke to her husband. So first thing is she's going to question him. Kim mam sadrusham vakyam idrisham shrota darunam. Darunam, very, very hurtful, big, mighty, intense. Kim, why? Or what leads you to speak to me such words? And the adjective is ruksham. Such jarring words. My ears have never heard such jarring words. Shravayase veera, O hero, prakritaha, prakritam eva. You're speaking like an ordinary man who speaks to an ordinary woman. You are from the most sophisticated Ikshvaku dynasty, refined personality. Every word has such refinement, and you're speaking like a common man, and as if I am a common woman. And then Sri Ramachandra, na tatha asmi mahabaho yatha mam avagachyasi. The way you are thinking about me, I am not that. Pratyaya gacham me svena charitrena eva te shape. I swear to you on my character that I am not the way you say, you think I am. Now, someone to swear on their own is not an easy thing to say. People might say it lightly, but these are great personalities. Every word has gravity, it is meaning. There are not wasteful words or words that don't have meaning. So I'm swearing on my character that I'm not how you say I am. You may have seen a lot of women that may not be chaste. It's possible. In this world, there are people who are not chaste. So after getting a few examples, you're generalizing it. And in that generalization, you're including me in it. In fact, you can test my character as much as you want, and you will only see that I'm trustworthy. She's making a very strong case. She's not one of those weak ladies, but she's speaking strongly. Ramachandra said, "Oh, Ravana touched you and carried you in his arms." So she says, "Well, I was helpless when he came. It's not like I acted out of my own free will on that occasion. If you have to blame something or someone, you blame my fate at that point. Because he's so overpowering, and when I saw him, I fainted, so my body was not in my control. So how can I be blamed for it? But there was something under my control. Mad adhinatu yat tanme hridayam. My heart is in my control. Tvayi vartate. And that heart always moves towards you. My body was not in my control, but my heart always is. Then she speaks sarcastically. She addresses Ramachandra as Manada. Manada means one who gives or one who makes others honorable. One of the sessions that later will be how Lakshmana bestows honor on everybody who he comes across. So here she is calling him Manada, which is sarcastic, that you, of course, your nature is such that you honor everyone, no doubt about it. But in this context, one who bestows honor on others in spite of our love. And having lived together for such a long time, when you say you're not sure of my character, I feel all of those years have gone wasted. Yadi te aham na vigyata hata tena asmi shashwatam. Hata tena asmi. I am completely destroyed. Shashwatam, for eternity. I don't see any redemption from it. Then she has a very logical question. I hope some of us would have thought about it. The logical question she asks is, please tell me something. If you had decided to reject me like this, why did you send Hanuman? Why? If you had not sent Hanuman, I would have anyway ended my life. And I would have gone my way. Can you tell me, Ramachandra, what you have gotten from all of this unnecessary exertion of collecting the Vanaras, bringing them to the ocean, constructing a bridge to walk on, coming in, fighting the Rakshasas for such a long, so many lives lost, Rakshasas lost, Vanaras lost, all of this effort for, at the end of it, for you to tell me that you're rejecting me? Isn't that a waste of effort? As they say in business, the optics don't look good. It doesn't make any sense. You could have just not come. Saved yourself, all of the others, all this effort. And now is a big statement. Tvaya tu nripashardula Roshameva anuvartata laghuneva manushyena stritvam puraskrutam. I'll read the translation, it's really nice. By you, who, like a small man, gave yourself up to anger, O jewel among the rulers, womanliness alone has been mainly taken into consideration. Your consideration is, I'm a woman. That's all? No other consideration. Is very petty. It's very petty in your consideration is very petty. I am not such a woman. In fact, who am I? Apadesho me Janakatmano. I am a divine lady. I am the daughter of Janaka. I was not born in a biological way. I appeared to Janaka from the earth. The unspoken taunt, if you will, is you were born in a family. I appeared into this earth very differently. I'm a very, very divine lady. And you are such an expert at assessing character of people, but you can't see mine? You're unable to see my character? If you had any doubt, way back when you extended your hand and held my hand strongly, this is during the wedding process. It's called Panigrahanam. Thank you. It's called Panigrahanam. You held my hand. Mama bhaktischa sheelam cha sarvam te prushtatah kritam. You would have already known about my devotion, my chastity all along, and that you've ignored. So, you've taken one incidence and with a broad brushstroke ignored everything from the past. One event. That too is not something I have done voluntarily. My volition is always with you, but you've taken one episode and ignored all these years of my devotion and chastity to you. Iti bruvanti rudati bhashpa gadgada bhashini. She's crying non-stop. Her voice is faltering. She is uvacha. In this point, she's talking to Ramachandra as crying. She turns to Lakshmana. Uvacha Lakshmanam Sita Deenam Dhyana Parayanam. Lakshmana at this point is in a very deep state of thought, because he's completely confused. I mean, Lakshmana can't be confused, but we're just talking from a external character perspective, or the like circumstance perspective. Dhyana Parayana. She turned to Lakshmana. I've met many people who say, why did Ramachandra make Sita walk through fire? Valmiki tells us, he did not. Is it something you're hearing for the first time? Okay. He did not. She did. She says, Chitam me kuru saumitre. Oh, son of Sumitra, create a pyre. Vyasanasya bheshajam. The only solution, bheshajam, cure for this distress is, I will walk through this fire. Because I am tormented by mithya apavada. I have been wrongly accused. Mithya apavadopahata naham jivitum utsahe. I do not desire to live anymore. Apritena gunair bharta tyaktaya janasansadi ya kshama me gatir gantum pravekshaye havyavahanam. The only course appropriate for me is to enter fire. I'm detached from this whole situation now. I'm in a public gathering, and my husband's words are such that he's no longer pleased by my virtue. He's not pleased with me anymore. So what's the point in living? What did Lakshmana do? Let's say, what is Ramachandra doing all this while? Just standing quiet. Lakshmana. Eva muktastu vaidehya Lakshmanaha pariviraha Amarsha vashama panno Raghavam sam udaikshata. Lakshmana looked at Sri Ramachandra and sam udaikshata. Lakshmana was indignant. He was angry. He's looking at Ramachandra. Say something. Repair this situation. She wants to enter fire and give up her life. We know how much you love her. I know, I've been there. She knows how much you love her and you know how much she loves you. Say something. How can you be quiet? That is his indignation. How can you be quiet like this? Sa vigyaya manaschandam Ramasya akara suchitam. So he looked at Ramachandra with indignation. It seems Ramachandra made some gesture. It says Ramasya akara suchitam. He made some indication. He indicated something. No words, just indicated. Chitam chakara saumitrete Ramasya viryavan. Immediately Lakshmana began to build the pyre. So now Lakshmana is also in on it. No, not that he wants it, but is something, some indication. This is his worshipable master. Although brother, but master. Lakshmana always treated himself as a servant. His heart is shattered. This is his mother. That is his father. And he gave some indication. Now, one may think, Vibhishana is there, Sugriva is there, our dear Hanuman is there. Nobody said anything? No one spoke anything? They should say something, right? Nahi Ramam tada kaschit Kalantaka yopamam Anunetumekshe vaktum Drashtum va apyashakat suhrud. Suhrud, all of his well-wishers, when they looked at Sri Ramachandra, the way he was, this gravity and intensity, none of them could dare say anything. We may think, say something. Come on, be a champion for Sita. I hope some of us are not. If I were there, I would have said something. Sita, while Lakshmana has built the pyre, walked clockwise around Sri Ramachandra. Pradakshina. And she approached the blazing fire. By this while, the fire was lit up. She folded her hands, prayed to the Brahmanas in general, and now she's looking at the fire and she's going to say something. We may think, ooh. Previously, in Lanka, Hanuman considered, is Sita burnt? So Gandharvas in the sky told him, she's all right. So that was very good for him to hear. When she saw Ravana, she told Ravana, all I need to do is glance at you once and you will be a pile of ash here. But the only reason I can't do it is because I don't have Ramachandra's permission. That means I'm performing some austerity. I don't have his permission to do so. Now the permission here is not that he wouldn't permit. It is she does not want to transgress that line by which Ramachandra's glory could even slightly be diminished. Because the world will say Sita killed Ravana. She wants the world to know that Ramachandra killed Ravana, because that was a promise he had made to the Devatas. So he has to fulfill his promise, and she wants to be supportive. That's all that she is concerned about. She's not concerned about the world to know that she killed Ravana. That's the mentality of your servant. I don't want the glory. May the glory go to my master. So then she says to Agni Devata, Yatha me hridayam nityam napasarpati raghavat, tatha lokasya sakshi mam sarvataha patu pavakaha. This is a refrain, all these verses. Mam patu pavakaha. Sarvataha patu pavaka. Pavaka, fire. Patu, may protect. Sarvataha, may the fire protect me from all directions. And what is the condition of fire? We've heard many times. The fire itself is very neutral. It doesn't consider, is this a child? Is this an educated person? Is this an uneducated person? Is this a woman, man? Anybody who puts their hand in fire will be burnt. So she is putting or staking, Yatha me hridayam. If ever my heart has not, na apasarpati, has not even moved slightly from Raghava, may the fire protect me. In other words, the corollary phrase, if my heart has moved even 1 micron, let that fire burn me. Yatha mam shuddha charitram drashta janati raghavaha. If Sri Ramachandra accepts me as corrupt, although I have clear shuddha charitra, clean character, and the world is a witness, may the fire protect me. I have never done an unfaithful act to Ramachandra. I have never had an unfaithful thought. Not one unfaithful thought to Ramachandra. Not one unfaithful speech to him. Manasa, Karmana, Gira. And this Ramachandra, who's standing quiet, knows the secret of everyone's virtues. Let that fire god protect me from all directions. There are witnesses. The sun, the moon, the wind, the deities who are protecting all the directions. They are my witness. Mother Earth, the evening twilight and the morning twilight, sandhyas. The sandhyas are my witnesses. And they know that I have clean character. Saying this, Sita Devi walked clockwise around the fire and entered the fire with a fearless mind. Nishankena antaratmana. That means her heart has not moved a bit. What is striking is she has no animosity or ill feeling towards Ramachandra. Not one. Even at this point, not one ill thought about him. She's just pleading her case. And so she entered the fire. The crowd was not quiet. I didn't hear you say, ah! The huge gathering present there saw children, old people, others witnessed this daughter of Mithila entering the fire. And as she rushed into this fire in the presence of everyone, she started glowing. We pray to Radharani as Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi. Kanchana is gold. Tapta Kanchana is when gold is put in fire, it's molten gold. It has a greater shine and effulgence. Sa Tapta Navahemabha. Tapta Navahema, new gold that is dazzling. Tapta Kanchana Bhushana, like a brand new jewel that is being made in fire. So she's glittering, glowing. Papata Jwalatam Deeptam Sarvalokasya Sannidhav, in the presence of Sarvaloka. So we may say there's only Vanaras and Rakshasas. Who's the Sarvaloka? The indication is all the demigods, the Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Lord Brahma, Shiva, all sages from the universe have come to see something that is shattering and astonishing. They have never seen something like this. All created beings beheld Sita Devi, who was shining like a golden altar. Rishis, Gandharvas, all of them, and all the women who were present on the occasion screamed loudly, perceiving her as she was falling into the fire like an unbroken stream of ghee. When it is being poured into the Brahmanas are reciting mantras. So the scream of the women sounded like mantras as she is entering fire like an unbroken stream of ghee. All the denizens of the three worlds were standing there, and everybody were loudly shouting, and there was a tumult from the Vanaras and Rakshasas. Tasyam agnim vishantyatu ha ha iti vipulaswanam. Vipula, very loud. Ha ha. They are shocked. They are crying. Rakshasam vanaranam cha sambhabhuvata adbhuta upama. Adbhuta is that the cry was so astounding that Rakshasas were also crying. It's not easy for Rakshasas to cry. They are very cruel. They are hard-hearted by nature. And they are seeing Sita. And our Sri Ramachandra is quiet all this while. Now suddenly, Lord Brahma Lord Brahma, along with Kubera, Yama, the Pitris, Indra, Lord Shiva, all followed Lord Brahma right there. And then they were all with their hands lifted like this, offering their obeisances to Sri Ramachandra, stood there and began offering prayers to Sri Ramachandra. It was stuti. And even the demigods are saying, "O Sri Ramachandra, you are the maker of the entire creation. You're also the destroyer of the whole creation. How can you ignore Sita as she's in fire like that? Do you not recognize yourself as the supreme personality of Godhead? Among the Vasus, you are the Vasu called Ritadhama. You are the eighth Rudra called Mahadeva. You are the twin Ashwini Kumaras are your ears, and the sun and the moon are all your eyes." They are reminding him that Ramachandra, enough of this incarnation as if you're a human being. You're not a human being. You are the supreme personality of Godhead Vishnu. That is your consort, Lakshmi Devi. Stop, enough. Even the demigods cannot tolerate. Stop, enough. You are the supreme. And Ramachandra's answer, this is a famous verse. He says, Atmanam Manusham Manye. When I look at myself, I consider myself a human being. Ramam Dasharathatmajam. I am the son of Dasharatha. My name is Rama. Soham Yascha Yachaham Bhagavastam Bravitume. Maybe I consider myself a human being. Maybe Lord Brahma can say who I really am. Then Lord Brahma says, this is a great opportunity to offer prayers. He said, oh, listen, the Supreme Lord Sri Ramachandra, you are Lord Narayana himself. Bhavan Narayano Deva. You are the one who carries Sudarshan Chakra. In fact, you are the one who is Varaha Deva. And you are the one who came as Vamana and Trivikrama. You are the one who holds the sarang bow in your hand. You are the supreme controller of everyone. You hold the invincible sword called Nandaka of Vishnu, and you are Sri Krishna himself. Here, Shangadharma Hrishikeshaha Purushaha Purushottamaha Ajitaha Khadgadanhu Vishnur Krishnashchaiva Bruhad Balaha. You are of that mighty strength. You are Sri Krishna himself. You are Lord Kartikeya. Yeah, this is like Krishna describing to Arjuna in the 10th and 11th chapters as to who he is. This is the, in one sense you can consider Vishwarupa manifestation. You are the refuge of all the living beings. So Ramachandra, enough. You have conquered Ravana. It is done. Those who are devoted to you, Sri Ramachandra, such persons attain all their desired objects. So then Lord Brahma asked, what is it that you want, Sri Ramachandra? Ravana has been killed by you. You've completely accomplished everything that you want. So, please, enough. At this point, Agni Deva comes out of the fire. He himself glowing, holding Sita's arm and bringing her out of the fire. And as he sees and he brings her towards Sri Ramachandra, Agni says, this lady, this blessed lady, whose conduct has been excellent, has never been unfaithful to you in her mind or by a word, what to speak of even an action. So now, Ramachandra will speak. Sri Ramachandra, so Agni is requesting, please accept Sita back. With her mind set on you, the princess of Mithila never thought of Rakshasa, because Agni is one of the Shakshis. Witnesses are coming and giving their deposition, if you will. Even while being tempted in so many various ways and even being threatened by him. Therefore, please accept this sinless Sita Devi. Up until this point, Ramachandra, we remember from the previous session, his mind or his heart was split and he was in a very grave, almost sad situation. Tataha Prita Mana Ramaha. Suddenly Ramachandra's heart was filled with rejoice. Shrutvaivam Vadatam Varaha Dadyau Muhurta Dharmatma Harsha Vyakula Lochana. In his eyes there was this visual, there was this sign of great joy in Ramachandra's eyes. Now one may think, oh, someone else gave some sort of deposition or in her support. Therefore, he is thinking, yeah, she's okay. Not at all. Ramachandra replied to Agni Deva, Sita undoubtedly needed this purificatory ordeal in the eyes of the people because she was in Ravana's captivity. Balisho bata kamatma Ramo Dasharathatmaja iti vakshami mam lokam janakim avishodhyahi. The world would murmur that Rama, the son of Dasharatha, was foolish, that his mind was dominated by lust if I actually accepted the daughter of Janaka without proving her chastity. And then he says, I too know that the daughter of Janaka to be undivided in her affection to me and being very agreeable in her mind. Ravana could not violate such a lady, protected as she was with her own moral power, more than a sea could transgress its shores. That means the sea may transgress, but Sita would never. In order to, however, convince the denizens of the three worlds, I ignored Sita, even when she was entering fire. What is important is, this is his heart speaking. He knows, he has even said, I know there is not even the slightest blemish in her character, but who knows, somebody somewhere in this entire universe may have a thought that maybe she was not chaste. Hanuman said, she is very pure. I accept it. It's not in the shloka, but the meaning of it. I know, because I know her heart. But would that be enough? What if someone else may speak badly about my Sita? Anybody can. And not just on planet Earth. It can be from anywhere on any planet in the universe. I want the entire universe to know who she is, how chaste she is. And that is what this was. It may not be enough for me to say, yes, Sita, because someone will say, well, after all, he's a husband. That's what he will say. The friends who are around may say, no, she is very pure. And people may say, they're all his friends. That's what they will say. Hanuman is maybe biased towards Sita. I want the entire universe, all the devatas to vouch for her character. So such that her character is fantastic. And he says, it is never possible that Sita would have any interest in this Ravana. Neyam arhati vaiklavyam Ravanantah pure sati. Chaste. Ananyahi maya Sita bhaskarasya prabha yatha. She is not different from me. If I am the sun, she is the sunshine. We're not different. I know her. She is not going to be renounced by me at all. So, by all of your words, I am taking my Sita back. And then Valmiki says, Ityeva muktva vijayi mahabalaha prashasyamanaha swakrutena karmana sametya rama priyaya mahayasha sukham sukarho anubabhuva raghava. All this while we heard apriya. Now Valmiki says, sametya. He brought Sita close to him. Ramaha priyaya mahayasha sukham sukharheva babhuva. He brought her close to him and he became so delighted. Although his heart is rushing to be with her and accept her, he wants to make sure there's not one person in the universe who will question her chastity. And yet, there is one person. That means even after being so careful, there's somebody out there, there's murmur in the world. What if he had not done it? He didn't ask her to walk through fire, but she did, and yet there's someone, and the rest of the universe. One thing is, through this episode, it is possible that for a moment our heart or our concern maybe is to why Ramachandra, even the demigods were bewildered. There's Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, all the demigods are standing, they're bewildered by his action. Right? Bhagavatam states that the demigods are also put into bewilderment by his action. And he was demonstrating how much love he has for her. One thing that has happened through such an episode is, into history, Ramayana, the pastimes happened in the 24th Yuga cycle of Vaivasvata Manu. We are in the 28th Yuga cycle. Nobody ever doubts Sita. They may doubt Ramachandra. What he has done is forever brought ninda towards himself, but never towards her. That is his love for her. He has taken upon himself even the possibility that someone may question his character, but never hers. That is his love for her. The nature of love is very, very selfless, and he has forever protected her from such. Earlier, sorry, I want to read something. Just slide up. We began with what kind of love they have for each other, that words don't have to be exchanged. The words that were exchanged are very, very superficial. It sounds like a wife and husband fighting in public. It was not at all that case. The unspoken words, the hint was when he said, like a person with cataract, for such a person, the deepa, the lamp is unfavorable. She knew that's what he wants. And for that, she walks through fire. So I want to strengthen that with these two verses. In a previous presentation from the Sundara Kanda, when Hanuman is looking at Sita Devi and assessing her character and being so charmed by it, he says, Iyam sa yat krite ramascha chaturbhihi paritapyate. This Sita Devi is paritapyate. She is burning in 4 ways. Actually, it's Rama who's burning in 4 ways. Yat krite ramas chaturbhi. Ramachandra is burning in 4 ways, or he is tormented in 4 ways. Karunyena, Anrishamsyena, Shokena, Madanena cha. That is, she is this lady for whom Sri Ramachandra burns. Burning is for him also, with 4 feelings: compassion for a woman, benevolence for one who has sought refuge, grief for a lost wife, passion for his beloved. So he's looking, or when he thinks of Sita Devi, first thing he considers is, oh, she's a woman who has been carried away by Ravana. Now, when he considers her as a woman, it's not necessarily intimate, it's far away, but there's compassion for her. And then it comes a little closer. Benevolence, Anrishamsya, for someone who has taken his shelter. It's closer, because she's a sheltered devotee. Then even closer, Shokena, because she is now his wife. And something even more intimate, he says, Madanena, out of sheer love for his beloved. The words are used in such a way that Ramachandra The lesson is, he never thinks selfishly first. This is my Priya, my wife, and then some woman. His consideration is always that he puts his interests after. So first as a woman, and slowly that intensity or intimacy that she is my beloved. Not just wife, but beloved. Because even as a husband and wife, between them, there can be some formality. But Priya, that even that formality has been removed, that she is so close to his heart. We get a demonstration of Sita Devi's love for Sri Ramachandra. So this entire episode, in one way, is Ramachandra's banging a loud drum for the world to see how chaste, loving, and fantastic is Sita Devi's love for him. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, there is this verse. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu narrates it. Praghada premera e swabhava achara nija dukkha vighna adira na kare vichara. This is the natural result of intense love of Godhead. The devotee does not consider personal inconveniences or impediments. In all circumstances, he wants to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is so. Prabhupada writes in the purport. I won't read the whole thing, just a couple of sections that are important for us. It is natural for those who have developed intense love for Krishna not to care for personal inconvenience and impediments. Such devotees are simply determined to execute the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his representative, the spiritual master. In all circumstances, even amidst the greatest dangers, they undeviatingly carry on with the greatest determination. This definitely proves the intense love of the servitor. And then, an intense lover of Krishna does not care for any number of material discomforts. And Prabhupada gives 4 categories. Scarcity, impediments or unhappiness, and material discomforts. That means true love for Sri Ramachandra, for Sri Krishna, is not conditional. That if something becomes, what is the 4? If there are material discomforts, a person may say, I cannot serve. Or my love has some aberration in it because there is discomfort. Or scarcity. I don't have something to offer. I cannot serve. There is never a scarcity. There may be scarcity in things, but there cannot be a scarcity in service-mindedness and the expression of love. Or they say that like a husband and wife, when things are great, there's financial abundance, they're happily together, and if things become scarce, they separate. Oh, my eyes are not good. Scarce, impediments and unhappiness. Unhappiness is, in my relationship with Sri Ramachandra, with Sri Krishna, I'm always supposed to feel some happiness. And if there is some sort of Krishna's making me unhappy, maybe I need to change that love. The devotee's love has no conditions in expressing such love. So, any thoughts, comments, suggestions? Maharajas, would you like to, if you like to? 1 second, there's a mic for me. You can take this one.
I'm puzzled. On the one hand and on the other hand. So, in Sita's, on the one hand, man. On the other hand, she never had a bad thought. Or whatever the right language was that she expressed, a bad thought towards Ram or something. So probably the answer has something to do with man. It doesn't take one's fixation away from Radha for Krishna, but she speaks heavy stuff in that mood of man. So she's entering into fire, and if, but there was some if. The if is in the transcendental side. So it's the subtlety is, as far as I can understand, the human-like and the not human. So love is not real. Love is not human. There's no love in the material world because there's always something selfish. So her anger wasn't against Ram. It's puzzling. It's puzzling because, I don't know. It's puzzling because we're used to the material and not the non-material. But she certainly sets and expressed, crying and uncontrollable crying, that I've never heard this kind of speech from you before. The puzzle is not so much did Ram do the right thing, or and all that kind of how could he do this kind of talk, but her Sita, and the nature of transcendental love, where anger is expressed, because she expressed anger, and then entered into fire to show there wasn't anything material in that anger. She never deviated, even when she's angry. It's puzzling.
Oh, I was going to say, if it's puzzling for you, what can I say? We're, at least from the surface of it, the intimacy of that love is such that there is room for such expressions, because it is not ill-intentioned at all. Same from his side to her. And this whole drama is unfolding for the world to be a witness. And if she did not, whenever I've read this, I've also been baffled. But I've asked myself, if she did not say anything, what would it sound like? Then her left-wing nature wouldn't be expressed, which is also an important aspect in such a loving exchange. There is right wing and left wing, and there are appropriate times and circumstances for one side or the other side to manifest, and this would be an appropriate time for the left wing or a left side to manifest in their exchange.
Part of the discussion on rasa was the example of Rukmini, right wing.
Yes.
So her response was scratching the ground with her toenail,
Yes.
becoming faint and falling to the ground like a cut banana tree. That would be the right wing response.
Yes, Maharaj.
But in either case, right ring, left ring, it doesn't. There's no diminishing of the love. It's just a different way of responding. And at least in Krishna's Leela, Krishna says, "I like." When the gopis talk back to me, Lalita, she's really good at talking back to me. So he likes. It's love. It's a love where there's no animosity, there's no adversity. It's otherworldly.
At the rasa level,
Yeah.
at the dharma level, it sets an example for the world that it's not that women are not meant to express their voice at all. They can, and they should. So it's allowed, I shouldn't say allowed, it has its place there at this level. We're not talking Sita and Rama, but if you look at dharma, he has said something and she's making her case back. She's providing her her statement of chastity. Because in a justice system, both sides have to be heard, because dharma is about being just and fair. So she gets to give, she has her day in court. She will also speak. Hey, thank you. Any of you would like to share some reflections, thoughts? Yes, Maharaj, please, would you like to?
Well, how do we tie this in with what's said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that the Samaya Sita enters into the fire and the real Sita comes out?
Yes,
can we relate to what is there any contradiction there with the Valmiki Ramayana?
not at all.
Okay.
But it's a very complex subject with multiple layers. I'm a little reticent to open that to many layers, but one of the things is, and I've had long conversation with Vidwan Gauranga Prabhu about this as well, and others, including what Madhvacharya has said, that both Sitas are present. So there is the Maya feature. Because without the Maya feature, Ravana cannot approach her. Because who can see and access Sita Devi? Because she is the divine consort of the Lord. Even Hanuman could not find her until he prayed, "Oh Sita Devi, please reveal yourself to me." He addresses her as Devi and Janaka Atmaja, the daughter of Janaka. And the hinted meaning is Devi means the effulgent goddess. The effulgent goddess has to reveal herself to him, and he says, Janaka Atmaja, just the way you revealed yourself to Janaka, please reveal yourself to me. Then she will, because he has the eyes filled or salved with love. Now Ravana doesn't have that. Ravana has the eyes filled with lust. Yet the pastime needs to proceed. So then there is the Maya aspect that enters the scene, if you will. I'm using the word enter, but manifests in the scene. And the learned persons say that when Ravana approaches, that Maya Sita aspect is the one that he, I guess, grabs. And the conversations that are happening with Ravana is Sita Devi, the original Sita Devi, speaking through Vedavati, who's the Maya Sita. And the conversations that are happening with Hanuman is the original Sita Devi speaking directly to him. Yes. The way I have a small brain. One statement of Prabhupada is Krishna has one Maya. That one Maya works in two ways. For those whose disposition is towards the Lord, she brings them closer, and those who's not, she pushes them away. It's the same. You say the same energy goes into the refrigerator, with some you heat and some you cool things. It's the same energy, just working in different ways depending on the disposition. Now there are commentaries by Madhvacharya who also says that simultaneously Sita is also in Kailash, where Lord Shiva and Parvati are worshipping her. She is also in Agni's abode, because the Supreme Goddess can be in multiple places at the same time. And finally, when Agni comes out, then the Maya, Vedavati aspect is given up and the original Sita is there. It is many layers of... is that acceptable?
Both Sitas are there at the same time, then the Maya Sita and the...
In Ravana's palace, when Ravana and the Rakshasis are there, the Vedavati aspect is manifest to them.
But it's Sita speaking to Hanuman.
Sita is speaking to Hanuman.
And Sita responding to Ravana again.
Through Vedavati.
Through Vedavati. Oh. It's inconceivable.
Yes. So one of the Acharyas explains, just the way that Krishna is inconceivable, his internal potency is also inconceivable. She has to reveal it. Now, since the topic came up, let's go back to when Sita Devi came close to Sri Ramachandra. He looked towards the ground and did not see her. That was a very harsh, heartbreaking gesture. But Sri Madhvacharya says that Sita who came there is Vedavati in there. And Ramachandra only accepts one wife. That is his love for her, that he also will not look at another woman. So he has not raised his eyes, not looked at her. And the way she was invited to come with taking a bath and adorning herself with all jewelry, she could have come just that way. Yes, but he did not want the Vanaras and Rakshasas to have the first glimpse of the divine goddess in soiled cloth, crying, emaciated, like that. He wanted them to see her in her original glory. Therefore, she has to come that way, dressed. And then we said why Ramachandra asked that she should walk and come up so that they can all get her darshan. This, usually, one cannot get darshan of the consort so easily. She is his internal consort. But his heart is so generous that let everyone see her. Let everyone see her. Because they have served so tirelessly, giving up their lives for me. Therefore, I have allowed it. Okay, do we have a few minutes? Or I think we have about 10 minutes. Is that okay if we get some reflections from the audience? Yeah.
Prabhu, so it seems that this entire pastime was arranged so that Lord Rama could glorify that even if you doubt me, never doubt Mother Sita's character.
Absolutely.
But
why this way?
What was the need for such harsh speech? I mean, it's possible to do that without particularly the one that really
So let's
hit me.
say, oh my dear Sita, can you walk through fire and show everyone this, everything's okay? Mana has to be enjoyed and relished. There is the Supreme Lord is very inconceivable. You and I are bewildered. The Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva are bewildered. What is that? Tene Muhyati. Then that is the Supreme Lord.
The one I really struggled with is when he tells Sita to choose Lakshman or Bharata or Shatrugna. That one is just like, could you please?
Yes, there is another layer that we're going to peel now. Let's go back to Janasthan. Maricha has gone away. Behind him, she forced Ramachandra to go. Lakshmana is standing guard. He won't go. She tells him, go for your brother. No. That is Maricha. It's a Rakshasa. And then from there they hear the voice, hey Sita, hey Lakshmana. And she says, that is Rama. Lakshmana laughs. Who can hurt Ramachandra? That is just this Maricha demon. She needs him to leave the scene. And what does she say? Heartbreaking. Sumitra Devi told Lakshmana, he is your father, he is Dasharatha for you, she is me for you. Ramam Dasharatham Vidhi, Mam Vidhi Janakatmaja. You should consider Sita as if she is me, your mother. Ayodhyam Atavim, the forest should be considered as Ayodhya. Gachatata Yata Sukam, happily go. And she tells him, the reason you're not leaving is that you have a very unhealthy eye for me. You have waited 13 years to fulfill that. So you have harbored that. It is the most heart-shattering words that she has spoken to him. So what you give comes back. Now at this is this level, not the rasa level, but at this level and the tattva level, let's talk at the dharma level. She spoke, and what did she do? She questioned Lakshmana's chastity. So Ramachandra turned around and questioned her chastity. That's dharma level. It happens. At the tattva level, now not that Sita Devi is the jiva, not at all. But this is the Vedas. The Vedas means, like Baladev Vidyabhushan says, Ishvara, Jiva, Kala, Prakriti, Karma. These are the topics of the Vedas. And so the Ramayana is the embodiment of the Vedas. The Vedas have to deal with that topic. That a Jiva, because he has such, I'm using the word he, but actually it is she, because the Jiva is a Shakti. Krishna says that another Shakti is the Jiva. The Jiva has a desire. And the Guru says that's an unhealthy desire. Rather than accept it, the Jiva becomes rebellious and becomes angry and doubts the motivation of the Guru. And that's when Ravana comes into the scene. So the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas say, the Jiva does not consider the such consequences that she did not, she lost Ramachandra's association. She lost Lakshmana's association because she had a desire. But she did not even get that deer either. Even that desire was not fulfilled. And she got caught by the mind, if you will, and trapped in a body called Lanka in the ocean of the material existence. This is Vedanta Deshika's model of explaining what is happening at the tattva level, not that Sita is a jiva. The Vedas are explaining what happens when someone has a desire separate from one's relationship with the Lord. That's for Lakshmana. What about Bharata? He said, if not Lakshmana, accept Bharata, Shatrughna, Sugriva, Vibhishana. I mean, we were talking earlier that at least Bharata and Shatrughna and Lakshmana are human beings. Sugriva is a Vanara. And he says you can marry Sugriva. Or a Rakshasa like Vibhishana. So what you can't reconcile at the story level, then you go to the next to the next. So this is not a rasa level reconciliation, it's a tattva level reconciliation. I don't have a scriptural basis for this, but that's the model that Maharaj has given. So you have to learn to reconcile somewhere. So this is how far I've gotten with it. Being released from the grasp of Ravana is the point of mukti. She's been liberated, if you will. But what at the point of liberation Ramachandra wants to see, wants to see if is there any lingering desire. What if she wants to be the queen of Ayodhya, so Bharata? What she wants to still be in some royal situation, so Shatrughna. Maybe she wants to be the queen somewhere else. The point is, you have any choice you want. Ask whatever you want now that you are released from this. And to show that she will only choose Rama. So on the surface, they are harsh words. Below the surface is free will choice. Not that I released you from Ravana, so I have dominion over you. Yes, Ramachandra has, but the Jiva should also say, yes, I offer myself to you completely, even after liberation. Up until that time, someone may say, I want you, and then they get mukti and they may want something else. What helped me is when Dhruva Maharaj there's an aeroplane carrying him back to Vaikuntha. The aeroplane goes through all the levels of the universe. And it says that Dhruva did not look left or right. His eyes were fixed. So that's the temptation. You want to stop here, you want to stop there. Nothing. I want the Supreme Lord. That's my... Okay, any other? There's Nandasutta Prabhu or someone else was there.
Thank you, Prabhu. I just had to say this because I commented in the morning class. It almost felt like the morning session, you created that Agni for all of us, inside us, like what Sri Radhika was saying, those comments and everything. But in this class, it was so pacified just to see that's the kind of love that Lord Rama had, that he wants nobody in any universe to ever doubt Mother Sita. Even if they have anger towards him, that's okay, but no one should have that kind of doubt. So it was really pacified. So I almost felt like in the morning class, it was like, how could you, Rama? And now like, how could you, Rama? What else? It was so, thank you so much.
Antargatam api vyaktam akhyati hridayam hrida. That's the whole thing, is the exchange in their hearts with each other. Okay, a few more minutes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Are you going to, is a part of a plan to talk about the washermen and then Sita Devi leaves the world? Are you going to talk about it later?
No.
No, that's not. Okay, then the second thing.
That is even more painful.
I know.
Because she's pregnant at that time. I don't have the guts to handle that topic right now.
So, one other thing, this is just a technical. What is the Tulsidas Ramayan talk about these episodes?
I don't know. I haven't read Tulsidas Goswami's book yet. I've been reading this. I've gone through it a couple of passes. And the more I read, I realize that the less I know, so it just starts all over. I haven't really gone beyond, sorry.
Okay,
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that text.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm familiar with one or two episodes that are very sweet, but I don't know.
Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Sorry?
Yes, Prabhu.
You're speaking of spiritual, inconceivable love. Okay? Sorry? You're speaking of inconceivable love. We, of course, are inferior human beings, disturbed, damaged. What love can we hope for? Attainment, is unconditional love even possible, for us? So what kind of love can we aspire to?
My understanding is we can aspire for a similar love. We cannot become Sita Devi, but we can become followers of Sita Devi. So we vicariously experience similar emotions. That's what the Manjaris do. That's what the followers of the Manjaris do. And whatever is our relationship with the Lord, Sri Hanuman is here. He has love for Rama. The Rupa Goswami's indication or instruction is Ragatmika Bhakti. One follows in the line of a devotee who has such raga, affection for the Lord, and one follows as his servant in the same spirit of their way of serving. And one can experience, he says, similar emotions. The door is open for all. I mean, here we're talking of Sita, there is Prahlad Maharaj, there is Dhruva, amazing personalities and all sorts of tribulations, but they are so fixed in their love for him. Okay, I think there's one final comment or question. Okay, they want renunciation. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ji ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.